long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we say fuck this piece shit and grab them clappers? How long before we lose our voices shouting Black Lives Matter? How long we gon' keep letting them disrespect our president? How long we gon' keep letting them terrorize our residents? I'm sick of this shit, it's word to Bernie Mac. How long before we police ourselves, take our own streets back? How long for Uncle Tom here and hate on this shit? How long before they take a shot at me for making this shit? How long I gotta wait for justice for Josiah Shaw? How long we gotta fake it till we get taken and whack 'em all? How long we not gonna make these youngins pull their pants up? How long we gonna keep letting them shoot us down with our hands up? How long we gonna keep killing our own and making these streets hot? How long will what I say to you stay with you when the beat stop? How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.
Yo, what's up, my people? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Monday's about to be here, and everybody got to go to work. Oh, shit. It's your boy, Provoke Thoughts, man. I'm in the building. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We getting up to 4th of July. Coming up here pretty soon. We'll have an extra day off, a little barbecue. Man, but right before that, it's going to be some fireworks because in about 4 days, we got Donald Trump and Geriatric Joe in a debate. Right now we got Joe Biden somewhere hiding and prepping and juicing and, doing what he do, just to try to get himself together. He got to get doped up in order to make this work because there's no way that this man can win a debate on a normal day, like on his regular day, without his, blood pressure pills, his heart pill, his his fucking diabetes shot, he gotta have all that shit, his pamper gotta be on extra tight, it's gonna be crazy, man. I mean, on the real, I joke a bit, but on the real, it's really, really serious to me. Because I do feel like that, and I was talking to Noobs earlier, and he kind of said something that was kind of profound when it comes to the fact that, Trump is leading in the polls, man. And in every poll known to man, you probably be leading on the stripper pole, whatever. But at the end of the day, I think that the only way that Trump can win this debate and win over even more people is to debunk everything that they say about his personality, that he's rude, interrupts, all that stuff. I just think that, it's just, he understands that because he stated something about it in the debate, in his rally, about should he stay calm or should he just go in or what should he actually do? And I really do feel like that calmness is the way to go. I mean, you have to remain cool. You got to remain calm. You got to remain collected because they're going to come at him with everything that they got, which ain't much. I mean, convicted felon, they probably bring up all the cases that have been against them. They probably bring up E. Jean Carroll. They'll probably bring up everything except for the issues that are pressing the American people. And that will be to their detriment. Because nobody wants to go to a debate to argue about things that they really think that they already know. Everybody knows about the Stormy Daniels situation. Everybody knows about the E. Jean Carroll stuff. Everybody knows about, the classified documents, the business fraud crap that they pulled on them. Everybody knows this. What we don't know is what you're going to do about the gas prices, Joe Biden. What are you going to do about the border? What are you going to do about these wars that you're spending our money on? What are you going to do about that? Tell me that. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to hear from you. I don't want to hear shit else about how bad Donald Trump is as a person. I don't care about that. That does not matter to me at all. The only thing that matters to me, I know good and damn well you're a bad person and you cannot do your job. Somebody else is doing everything that you should be doing, and you can see that these people are ruining the country in your name, And I wouldn't even call it a good name. So your legacy would be that you invoke civil war in the country if you were reelected, or we would really be in trouble because you might mess around and die, and then we got Kamala cackling ass Harris. So we really got a big decision to make, and I feel like that this debate is going to be a game changer for some people. Just to see the type of person that's been portrayed and the type of person that he is. I think that this is going to be the most watched debate in American history. I really believe that, because everybody want to know. It's people that want to snarl at him at the television or whatever the case may be. But we know that Joe Biden has nothing to run on. Us that can think for ourselves knows that there is nothing that he can talk about except for abortion, infrastructure, and lie about economy and jobs. That's really it. So, that is my rant for right now. And I've been let known that I dropped the very first F-bomb within seconds. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, hey, Trump says sometimes you got to say foul words in order to get the point across, and sometimes you got to let them know that you don't give a you know what. So, of course, without further ado, we got to go ahead and get my boy up here, because he always making sure that he's on point and on time. What's going on? How you feeling?
What's up, man? Yeah, I was lighting you up in the private chat over there. I bet you didn't even know you did it.
Yeah, got me.
Yeah, but I agree 100%. I would love to see a stoic Donald Trump during this debate.
Absolutely. I want to see his professional.
Yep.
Come on.
He needs to be very presidential. We already know what he can do. So he really doesn't need to spend too much time talking about what he can do, because we know what he can do. What we need to hear from him is what he plans to do with any given situation, because Biden's got nothing. And just save the personal attacks and let Biden be his own joke.
I believe that in my prediction, and I wish they had this shit on DraftKings or FanDuel or some shit to see who was going to win. But I got something for you guys, man. I want, and I'm going to probably do this a couple of times throughout the night, and I may go ahead and just start a comment. What do you think? Tell me one thing, wild thing that you think is going to happen in this debate. Now, we're going to do this tonight, and we'll definitely revisit this on Wednesday. But honest to God, I need to know.
Then let's do two things. The first thing will be the wild thing that you think might happen. And then the other thing is, what do you want to hear about from these candidates?
Absolutely. We really know, if you've been here or if you've been watching, or you would know exactly what you should hear from Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. And my top priorities are things that Trump has already talked about: the border, the economy, and the self-sufficiency of the United States of America. We do not need to be pumping our companies overseas. Period. Stop.
Absolutely not. And some of the things he's been talking about, especially the no taxes on tips, that's epic shit.
Yeah, it is really, and it's common sense. I mean, now if the individual states are going to tax people for tips, then I can understand the argument for that. Because the state is the one that's, providing the infrastructure and that sort of thing. Right. But the federal government for tips? Come on.
For somebody saying, hey, good job.
Yeah. The feds had nothing to do with that, so why should they get a cut of it?
I mean, but they've been doing it. They do that with
Yeah, I know. It's just become customary,
Yeah.
and I don't even think it was something that I even thought to question until that came up in the last couple of days.
I mean, and you wheezing all the money you can already get from us.
Exactly. It going in and coming out. And that's so weird, because it's been explained to me before, like people who raise livestock, they get taxed on the feed that goes into the livestock. And then when they sell the manure coming out of the back end, they get taxed on that too. And so, the government taxes you on the bullshit going in and the bullshit coming out.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It's absolutely crazy. So like I said, man, I'm really, really interested in what's going to happen. I mean, I'm slightly, my nerves are slightly kind of jacked up a little bit about it. I'm like, here we go. It's like the big, it's got a big fight field.
Yeah.
I will make sure that I've probably cooked something and sitting in front of the television. I'll probably have a live running, talking crap. Because this is something that is going to be epic. It's not going to be. I think it's going to be the most watched debate of all time.
It is, and and I've said before, we should. It should be a pay-per-view event so that we can feed the homeless, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Take care of some of those veterans that are out there struggling.
Right. So missed opportunity. But what can you do? How can you pay-per-view a political event for public figures? Still.
Absolutely, man. And it's amazing to me that, it always comes down to this being like sports to me. It just becomes a sport after a while. But it's the most It's the most vicious sport of all, because you're attacking a person's character, you're attacking everything, man. And it's
remember I think it was called Celebrity Beatdown or Celebrity Deathmatch with the claymation. That's what it reminds me of. I think about that all the time. Like like they'll take Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump and stick them in a ring, and
it's craziness, man. And the main thing that I really want for people to understand is that this CNN situation is, they think that it's a setup.
What do you mean?
They think that they're setting Donald Trump up.
Well, they are. They're doing their damnedest.
I think that he knows good and damned well.
I believe he does too, and I hope that he does too.
I mean, you know how many lions dens and situations that he's probably been in where he's been at a stark disadvantage.
But you know what they're going to do? What I think they're going to do, and we talked a little bit about this before too, but what they're going to try to do to piss him off is just cut him off in the middle of whatever he's trying to say. That little pasty dipstick down there that's supposed to be a moderator, quote unquote, is going to wait until he's in the middle of something or making a point. He's just going to kill his mic, and they're going to use that to try to get to him to make him flip his lid on TV.
Right. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. They're going to cut him short on time, all type of shit.
Yep. It's going to be as dirty and rigged as the trial that he just sat through for no goddamn reason.
But they're going to fuck up and do it in front of the American people, because everybody's going to be watching. You have to be down the middle. You got to be. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't go in there and have the moderators attacking that man. You can't go in there and have them feeding softballs to Joe Biden about ice cream and shit. And then
exactly. And anybody,
Stormy Daniels, like, what the hell?
Anybody, would have been a more neutral choice, for moderator. I could have gone, pick whatever movie in the last 20 years that was worth a crap, and any of the main characters, that actor could have been a better moderator than this idiot that we got coming.
Yeah, we got Jake Tapper. I mean,
fake Tapper.
You know who who could not have handled that? Morning Joe. Those for oh god, he would have he couldn't no, he couldn't do it.
That is maybe the one guy who could be worse than Fake Tapper.
Oh, he's definitely worse. He's definitely
That
worse.
dude, I don't know, and it's hard to tell if he's just completely delusional or he's just like, hey man, I got a paycheck. He reminds me of the announcer guy in oh geez, the movie with the guy with the mask and everything. Remember the 5th of November, that movie?
I know what you're talking about. I just can't.
Yeah, I know. Mental block. It happens to me all the time whenever I try to recall the names of somebody or something. But yeah, that movie. You remember the broadcaster guy? He was just a paid establishment guy, and that dude is him. And so he is always prepared to carry this look on his face, like he believes what he's saying, and it's all
it's 1984.
Yep. That dude would sit in a men's locker room and get pegged by a whole football team if that's what the Democratic Party wanted from him.
It is definitely 1984, man. I hadn't watched the movie. I was aware,
Yeah.
But, then I watched it and then I listened to like maybe 6 or 7 interpretations of and comparisons now. And it's scary shit that somebody could literally.
And this is the bad part of it is that the people who are trying to put all of this stuff together, this whole globalist utopia, they've taken the same lessons from 1984 that the rest of us have, who have read it or seen it, and that's what they've used as the groundwork for this grand scheme.
Yes, they flip everything. Like you're calling somebody a fascist who's.
Yep.
You're the fascist. You could say you're talking about totalitarianism, and you're the one doing it.
We're in the destabilization portion of the process.
You got race baiting. You got all of this stuff that's going on, and it's just like, oh my goodness. You don't want voter ID, but I bet you if a black person came up there with no damn ID, you wouldn't let them freaking vote.
You think? My thing with the ID card, and I've said it before, is if somebody wants to go down and pick up their government check or whatever, they have no problem finding an ID card, and that goes for anybody.
So
it's not that difficult.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
It is.
I've worked in places like PLSs and check cashing places, things where people have to present an ID. Predominantly black neighborhoods. You rarely see a black person. You might see a few Mexicans. Everybody who needed to cash their check had a damn ID.
Yep.
Either issued by the state or a valid driver's license. So that's a bunch of bullshit. And I'm talking about from your person that's working to your fucking hardcore thug. They got a damn ID.
Yeah. Yep. I believe that, Kilroy girl.
See, I understand that it is actually a debate rather than an agreement between the president and the news network. Yeah, I mean, they the reason why they're they've given him the questions already. Everything that they're going to ask, Joe Biden knows about.
That's the movie.
V for Vendetta. Hey,
that's the name of the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, that has always been her job, is to give me those, because I can't do it.
It's crazy. I you know what? But I think that just like every damn thing else, it's going to backfire.
Yeah.
It's just going to backfire. It's going to be and the thing about it is everything that they try to do is backfiring.
Well, I know that Trump is watching us right now, and so hopefully he'll take our advice and go in there and just be Joe Cool no matter what happens.
I'm saying? Lay back,
Yep.
And let him hang himself.
Yep.
And then if he hang himself bad enough, then you're going up against Kamala Harris.
Yep.
Big win right there, buddy.
And I can't imagine the go-go juice they are pumping into Joe Biden right now.
Man. antifreeze, all type of shit.
Oh, I don't even want to speculate because I have my own ideas about their parent organization and that sort of thing that, may or may not be true, but if it is true, then they're doing some weirder stuff than just science.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into some footage. We've made it past 20-minute mark, so we've talked it up, yucked it up. Now it's time to get into some beautiful Bane footage. And we got, like I said, we got the debate coming up, so we're going to go ahead and look at some of the news strands, see what they're talking about, and kind of go from there. Just see how it all rolls. First of all, before we get into the debate, Donald Trump shows himself to be a kind guy, man. And it's crazy because he always goes to, a restaurant or something. He never forgets the restaurant. He goes back, things like that. I mean, things that Joe Biden could never do, things that he would never do. You would never see Joe Biden tip a whole crew of people. Not going to fucking happen. It's just not. So we're going to get into that and give you some good inspirational Trump footage.
We have a 10-point lead, 10 points. But you know what? They cheat so much that 10 points isn't enough. We have to get more. Because if we don't win, our country is finished. I'm telling you right now. Okay, that's going to be good. I want to leave a tip for you guys.
Try to keep them awake.
Okay, well, I'll leave a tip.
We're going to shoot them up with a lot of people.
How much should I leave them? How much of a tip?
I got it.
Let me see here.
Let Biden pay it.
He'll let Biden pay it. Did you hear that?
He wouldn't know how to add it up. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, all
I'm
right.
going to give you $500. You guys all split it up. Is that okay?
Thank you.
I want to say this. Great things happen in Philadelphia. Let's go.
Is that a cheesesteak truck or a taco truck? I can't see the menu. Cheesesteak.
There would have been more people here that kept it low for some reason. Mr. Trump.
Thank you all very much. This is great. This is a great crowd. Hello back there. How are you? I saw you from the car. I noticed those things.
President, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go. Shoot.
What's your strategy, son? Do you have a specific strategy?
The strategy is to make America great again. My strategy is very simple. Make America great again. That's all. Because our country's going to hell. And we're going to turn it around fast. There's no strategy. We're going to turn it around fast. And I look forward to Thursday. I know he's locked up in a log cabin someplace.
Yep.
You can imagine what he's doing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We're teaching him how to stand. Thank you very much.
He's not the president. He's not the president.
What are you expecting?
I like this group of people. These are my people. Let me tell you, these people built America. You know that? These people built America.
Mr. President, can you sign my bag? President Trump.
That hat's worth money now. That hat's gonna be worth some money now.
Which one?
Whichever one he's signing.
Mr. President, can you show us?
You know what? Biden should have been a better president. He wouldn't be in this position. He's the worst president in the history of our country. Biden should have been a better president. He's let this country go to hell. We've become a third world nation. We're a nation in total distress. And we got to turn this country around, and we're going to turn it around fast. And we're going to drill, baby, drill, right? Drill, baby, drill. Get your energy prices down. You know, it all started with energy when you think about it. Where's your guys? It's okay. I trust him. I'll throw it at him. He won't throw it.
How do you think you'll do at the debate, sir?
I'll do fine.
Mr. President, going to embarrass Biden. President Trump, will you be different?
Brazil's going to give him the answers.
Will you be different than you were 4 years ago at the debate?
Well, we had a great debate 4 years ago. We had two of them. They were both good. But I think what happened is the country's gone to hell. In the last 3.5 years, the country's gone down badly. And he's got to explain why is he allowing 18 million people in here, many from prisons, many from jails. many from mental institutions, insane asylum. Why has he done that?
He's a globalist.
Why? No, he's somebody that hates our country. I don't think he knows what he is. He's not calling the shots. Other people.
You say that at rallies.
Say it.
You said at rallies that Biden gets to do sentences together. Do you think he'll struggle at the debate?
Well, he certainly can't run a country. He's done a horrible job. We're a laugh. This country is a laughing stock all over the world, and
True
these
story.
people know it better than anybody.
He's blaming
Yep.
the corporations for price gouging.
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank
Give me that book. Come on, give me that book. Pass that book up.
Can you sign my bag, Mr. President?
Yeah, give me your bag. Make sure you don't have a bomb. Do you have a bomb in it? It's all right.
You know, he's the only one that can get away with saying
If
that.
it blows up, you're going first.
If it blows up, you're going through this.
Her purse is gonna be worth money. Good Lord, what the hell?
So am I. I've been here since 2:15.
That's a nice bag.
You know, I have heard other people say that, like, at the end of rallies and stuff like that, you know, it starts getting nuts. You know, people start throwing hats and whatever they've got, you know, up on the stage, and he stands there and signs all of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
I mean, a person of the people. I mean, period. I
Yeah.
mean, Joe Biden is not a person of the people. He couldn't
No.
do half of
Yeah.
this shit.
He's like, I gotta get out of here and find a toilet. You know?
I don't think he doesn't have enough subject matter to make it an hour and a half.
No.
It's fucking
No.
impossible. It's
No.
gonna get into personal attacks.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know what day it is half the time, you know.
It's gonna get into personal attacks quickly.
Very much.
Let's go. Do you have a camera? Where's your camera? Come on. Take it.
Dude, I got something to show you after this that it might just blow your mind.
Come on over here. This is the boss. Yeah, take good care of your people. Hey, listen. Take care of these people. Okay? Let's go. Go ahead.
Good guy, good freaking guy. I'm
And
telling
so as we're getting into, you know, the discussion about the upcoming debate, I just thought this might be relevant. This is new at Disney.
Faithfully execute the office of President of the United States, and I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
he moved better than the regular Joe.
You're right.
The president
That dude is better than Joe Biden in every way.
In the world.
I just found that, and yeah, that's kind of freaky, man. That is freaky.
Do you think they can cart an android out there, a droid?
Well, I mean, look at all of the stupid stuff they've tried to pass so far. You know, oh no, Joe Biden turned around and he was talking to somebody that wasn't there. That was fake footage. Man, who knows?
Yeah, hopefully that hidden earpiece will malfunction. All type of shit. I'm just, hey, damn it. Because I believe Trump when he says this.
So tonight, we'll refer to him as Sleepy Joe. Because right now, as you know, it's been reported that right now Crooked Joe's gone to a log cabin to study, prepare. No, he didn't. He's sleeping now. Because they want to get him good and strong. So a little before debate time, he gets a shot in the ass, and that's... They want to strengthen him up. So he comes out. He'll come out. Okay. I say he'll come out all jacked up, right? All jacked up. No. Will anybody be watching the debate on Thursday night?
Hell yeah. Woo, hell yeah.
La Jolla championship fight, man.
Oh my goodness. Now, one thing that I can safely say about this debate, man, if you look behind him or you paid attention like yesterday, it was so many black faces in that crowd. You know, and it's doing my heart good because all of the crap that people are saying, it's all lies. You know,
Yep.
to the point now where you're attacking the pastor that had him in his church. You're doing all of this crap. I'm like, unnecessarily. I'm like, you're making yourself look bad.
And you know it's working when Joy Reid is crying on her show that, you know, Trump is in a black church with too many white people. You know, this is the party of inclusion and acceptance, and there's too many white people in a black church, she says.
Right. You know what? But the thing about it is that's not true.
Right.
You know, so, you know, a little segue story, man. I yesterday, I think I told you about this. I had a guy over doing some electrical work in the house. And, you know, I was talking to him and, you know, I asked him, hey, you know, where are you from? And he was like, I'm from Iraq. I'm like, oh, okay, shit. And I asked him how he came over here, how long he's been here. 13 years. He actually has his own business, man. He drives this beautiful fucking work truck that's set up so nicely, and he has no problem finding anything that he needs, you know, and things like that. Very professional and everything, you know. And I asked him, I was like, so, you know, you've been here a while, and I know you've been watching things, and, you know, what do you see? And so, you know, he was about to go into the Trump is racist thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, I need you to take it from a black guy. That man is not racist. You know, I think that I'm a shmee on that. I think that any black person should be somewhat of a subject matter expert on what racism looks like.
Yeah.
You know, somewhat, you know, on the end of receiving it at some point in your life. You know, some people have it, but, you know, I know what it looks like. And I'm somewhat of a subject matter expert on it, and that guy's not racist. And then I told him, I was like, well, you know that Joe Biden said on television that if you don't know whether you're going to vote for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Right.
And his eyes got big as shit. He was like, he really said that? Pulled it right up so quick that it wasn't even fair. He was like, oh, wow. But
and it boggles the mind that, you know, here we are in 2024, and there are people that have not seen that clip.
Right, because, you know, depending on what you're looking at and where you're looking, mm-hmm. What really, you know, what people really want to hear. I don't know what people want to hear versus what they actually hear. It's crazy as shit to me.
Most people, I think, are just indifferent. We are not among the majority in this country. The majority in this country, you know, have very passive knowledge about what's really going on in politics and with the government. And maybe once every couple of years, they poke their head up a little bit and look into it a little bit more. They're not like the folks here in this panel and in this chat, you know, who look and see what's going on.
Right.
You know, and if you've ever looked at like what is that guy's name? Mark Dice, at his videos, his man on the street videos.
Right.
You know, most of the folks that he's talked to, they're completely oblivious to what's going on. You know, most of them know that Joe Biden is the president, but beyond that, they really don't know what's going on.
So what I'm saying, when it comes to Trump in this debate, he needs to be calm because Joe is going to be extra.
Mm-hmm.
And the main thing that we're looking for is what's going to happen to Joe Biden on the next day. When he crashes and burns from that high.
Yeah, because that is a distinct possibility.
I mean, it happened with State of the Union. The next day, he was a shit show.
Yep, but they're just going to go hide him for however long again. You know,
I don't think they've learned not one iota of a lesson of anything that has happened. I don't think they have.
You know, they don't have any talent. They don't really have any skills. You know, it's just like whatever stupid idea comes to their head, they run with it, and then they do their best and use every resource at their disposal to cover up what they did. Man, it is such a shit show. And it just boggles the mind that you have, you know, roughly and the number is getting smaller, but roughly 50% of the country that just buys the BS.
I believe you got people that don't listen, don't know, they just vote Democrat for the hell of it.
Yup. Blue no matter who.
You got those who are extreme lefty lunatics that have absolutely lost their minds and they want to eat babies. You know, you got
literally.
I promise you, that's how I feel.
Yeah. I believe we've got a huge child trafficking problem in this country right now. And government resources are being expended to make a lot of these things happen. And it shouldn't be our taxpayer money that is being used to facilitate these kinds of things. And all that stuff needs to stop.
It does. It absolutely does. You know, and like I said, one thing that I can safely say is we have been, you know, people don't even understand that this is about to be extremely different, man. It's about to be different.
It needs to be. It needs to be.
It's going to be different, man. This is the precipice that we're at right now, you know, and it's really, really interesting. You know, and like I said, I really feel like that, you know, people need to know different things. You know, it's just certain things that I need people to be, you know, kind of aware of, man, you know, just in their own mind, you know. You know, real quick before we switch subjects, you know, I want to, you know, always give a shout out to, you know, the people who created my theme song, which is my brother-in-law, who goes by the name of Wise Guy Pug, and his friend Joey Zah, that created my intro. Long before I had a YouTube channel, it was created, and when I started, they, you know, I knew I had, since I pretty much helped to produce the damn album and all that shit, and mix it and all that. You know, I had carte blanche over a lot of different things. So, you know, but I did reach out to and say, can I use your song? And he's like, cool, whatever. And it's so poignant to what we go through. You know, now, one thing that I saw in Philadelphia that most people probably didn't see was the diversity in that crowd. You know, now, it's good when you get that at a rally. They won't mention it. But when you got that at a church, it's a damn problem. These people are devils, man. And it's crazy as hell. So, you know, I want to introduce you all to a poem, you know, of sorts that, you know, was written about the ancestral college. It's kind of about the electoral college, but, you know, kind of satirical, but something interesting to listen to, and just to have a quick break and move to our next subject.
Like y'all really understand these electoral votes, when all you're doing is regurgitating what you understand from the words they spoke, which could be lies, and 95.5% of the time it is, manipulated for hundreds of years, playing on our fears. You think when our ancestors fought for the right they knew about an electoral college? And I ain't have to go to college to realize it's all garbage. That's common knowledge. No, it was as simple as tallying the votes and the winner won. So when they gave us the right, no, they left with a turn of the ways to wrong us. Hold up, let me run that back. So when they gave us the right, no, they left with a turn of the ways to wrong us. Cause they never wanted to lose sight of the fact that they owned us. They control the whole board. It's an illusion of choice. But you fail to comprehend cause you think you have a voice. And to admit that you don't is to feel powerless. The masses are distressed and high doctorates and cowardice. I'm not telling you not to vote. By any means, exercise your right. But don't sling mud on your brothers and sisters for not falling for the hype. So let's set the record straight. Once upon a time, we had an economy booming, and we were ruling. Our ancestors fought for more than the right to vote. They fought to be human, to drink out of the same water fountains, swim in the same pools, sit in front of the bus, learn at the same schools, to name a few. And voting was a part of that. So don't have a heart attack trying to defend a system that's breaking us down like good dope. They put a black face on white supremacy just so you can feel hope.
I believe that. That's a fact. I got to stop there. They put a white face, a black face on white supremacy to try to give us hope.
Hello, Joy. Joy.
That's exactly what they did when they had a Barack Obama peddled in our faces for years.
Mm-hmm.
There was a black face on white supremacy. Telling you, man, wake up, make it make sense.
Key elements to white supremacy: winning, dominance, and greatness. Oh, now it makes sense. When they get acquitted and charges are dropped daily, and this
Hillary Clinton.
Peace is not meant to create enemies, only to raise your frequency, spark debate, and redirect energy. You niggas done got too comfortable. Time to change your perspective, change your tune, change your direction, change your mood, change up your strategies, your definition of goon. Our reality is we need to reclaim our royalty.
Makes sense to me. I mean, like I said, it's a bit satirical, but it is actually the prelude to my theme song on their album. So, it makes sense all in a row, Now, we got a damn judge out here. Oh, my God.
It's not a real judge.
I mean, we got a judgy wudgy.
This is like, if they were putting judges inside of boxes of Cracker Jacks, it would be that kind of judge.
She should be a TV court judge or some shit.
Oh my goodness.
Judge dumbass.
Yeah. Don't they have a judge like on TV specifically for like boyfriend girlfriend breakups or something like that?
Yeah. So this freaking lady, okay, is one of those judges that what is it when they are able to take the money from like your birth certificate,
Yeah, the fees.
Yeah, so they can take those fees and put them in their pocket.
Right.
This raggedy heifer, a woman comes in because when she got married, she put her uncle as the father on her wedding license or certificate.
Mm-hmm.
When she found out who her father was, she went to court to try to get that changed.
Right.
This particular scoundrel of an individual threw this woman in jail.
Yeah. For what should have just been an in and out, normal, here you go kind of thing.
And decided that in order for her to get out, $500.
Yeah. And so she spent two days as part of a 20-day sentence for contempt of court.
Yeah.
For some BS reason. But yeah, and just to back up and re-explain it again. So this woman ended up in this judge's courtroom just on routine business. And the story is that the reason that this all happened is, again, because of race.
She needed money for a Brazilian weave.
Something.
and she put that woman in jail for nothing.
For nothing. And
right.
So that was like her, I don't even think that was her first JQS complaint. Because the way I understand it is that this judge got a JQS complaint on her very first day in office.
I believe it. So let's go to this ignorant heifer.
County probate judge Christina Peterson is out of jail on bond, but facing a felony charge. 11 Elias Beth Yates joining us outside the Red Martini Club in Buckhead, where Peterson was arrested early Thursday morning.
Yeah, and Beth, how is Peterson's attorney responding to these allegations?
Well, the attorney and Peterson says they did nothing wrong, or she did nothing wrong. Now, it all went down right here in front of the club behind me on Peachtree Road Northeast. And the attorney says she was wrongfully arrested. And we spoke to a woman who says she was being attacked and that Peterson was the only one that came to her aid.
He punched me in my face.
Alexandria Love says an argument turned violent Thursday morning outside of Red Martini Club in Buckhead.
Beat up. Not well. I just got an x-ray done on my lower back because I fell. I got pushed down and I tripped over the curb. So I landed on my...
Oh, she got a boo-boo on her knee. Oh. Oh, my gosh. Oh.
Now, what I don't know yet, and we'll have to wait and see what happens, whether or not, this woman's story is credible or not credible, but regardless,
I need those cameras.
They already had security on it and police on it. So, this judge, she had...
They knew who the troublemakers were.
Mm-hmm.
The police police were called. They know who the troublemakers were.
My elbow. So many men out there.
See, here we go.
And the only person that helped was a woman.
Love says a man attacked her, and the only person who came to her aid was Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson. And the same details are being echoed by another witness.
I want to see that camera. You see how they showed her?
I believe you're going to see it. And you're going to see body cam too.
They're like, look, it's a camera out there. Let's see what goes on. Let's see. She probably stuck the shit out there. She was drunk as hell. I mean, come on.
Focus is not the judge. The focus is the fact that this man attacked my friend.
Still, it was...
So pretty much, this is that coalition of females that come together to lie.
Yep.
To save another one's ass. And then she had the nerve after she got out. Fanny, we need these charges dropped. Fanny, help us.
I think Fanny will drop it.
Fanny, and if she do, it's going to be more outrage on her. Oh, goodness. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, Fanny. What you going to do? Yep. You got other stuff to go. You're trying to get the Trump train back on the tracks, lady. You got to figure this out.
Peterson, who was arrested and charged with a felony. This is Peterson's mugshot after being accused of assaulting an Atlanta police officer. She has since bonded out of jail, and now her attorney, Fulton County Commissioner Marvin Arrington, says she was wrongfully arrested.
The fiance of the judge's friend and another person are all eyewitnesses that will confirm what both the young lady who was being assaulted said and what her friend said. Is that the judge had nothing to do, and they let...
I want to hear from the silent witness.
Well, even if the judge had nothing to do, quote unquote, why did she turn around and push and slug a cop? Doesn't make any sense.
I want to hear from the silent witness. I need to hear from the camera. That's what I want to see. The camera ain't going to tell no lies. It's just not going to do it. All right, let's keep moving.
The young man who was assaulting the lady go.
And Arrington is calling for the charges to be dropped.
The judge did nothing more than try to help.
Now, the attorney and the judge are expected to address the media later today, talking about the details of this incident. And we're told that they are calling for the charges to be dropped. Of course, we'll continue to follow this and bring you updates live in Buckhead. Well, Beth Yates, 11 Alive News.
And to follow...
Well, the crazy thing is that I believe that the charges will be dropped.
Probably.
They will be dropped. That woman is going to go back to work like nothing ever happened. And there's going to be some more unfair shit that we're going to see right in front of our face because you don't get your ass in no police car and you act like this.
Yeah, and we know that the Attorney General of the state's not going to intervene because otherwise... Fanny wouldn't be doing what she's up to.
Hey, Woody.
Yeah.
Where in the world is this man going? I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Party girl, and there is no cure.
I'm telling you what I'm talking with.
An extraordinary development tonight in the long-running investigation into Douglas County Judge Christina Peterson.
In a rare move, a hearing panel decided Peterson is guilty of, quote, systemic incompetence and should not remain in office. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis explains.
Oh
Christina Peterson did not do herself any favors during 7 days of hearings beginning last September. The JQC hearing panel's report criticized her for not taking any responsibility for the 30 counts of judicial misconduct lodged against her.
I just don't have a memories of my dad. I don't know who he is.
That's the
most
woman.
troubling, wrote the panel, Peterson's decision to jail this woman for trying to amend her marriage certificate to include the real name of her recently discovered father.
Did you go to this hearing with any idea that you may be going to jail?
No.
PJ Skelton served 2 days of a 20-day jail sentence for contempt before her husband could pay a $500 fine. Such a hasty and shockingly disproportionate reaction is the hallmark of Peterson's intemperance, wrote the panel. The report criticized Peterson's attempt at this meeting to get her HOA board to settle a lawsuit she had filed, even though she knew the HOA was represented by an attorney.
She looked like she might be Fanny's cousin. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I think her and Tiffany Haynard and Fanny are all related.
Man. They sisters in the struggle.
Peterson's attempts to avoid responsibility for these clear violations bordered on the farcical, severely eroding her credibility with the hearing panel.
You cannot go in this building, and eventually she went in.
The sheriff's office said Peterson ignored their orders and held a wedding after hours, allowing people inside without deputies present. She once hit up.
Just doing whatever the fuck she want to do.
Yep, just completely entitled, narcissistic behavior, and she's supposed to be a judge.
Doing whatever the heck you want to do. You feel like there's no rules for you. And that's the problem. These people get into these positions and feel like the rules of anything does not apply to them at all. And it's like, you have a level of responsibility as an official to do the right thing.
And this is exactly what we're seeing in the Young Thug trial. We got another judge completely out of control, just thinks he can do whatever the hell he wants. Now, my question is, so this judge incarcerated this woman, which we have learned from the Young Thug trial, there has to be a hearing by an impartial judge, and the judge that sent her to prison is called as a witness. And so why didn't that happen here?
Right, because that wasn't civil contempt. If she committed some type of paperwork crime.
Exactly. So if it's civil contempt, then all they can get is a monetary fine. You can't send her to jail. If you send her to jail, it's because of criminal contempt. And we also learned that criminal contempt means that she did something that is now irreversible and irrevocable.
Right.
And that didn't happen either. And so this woman, this judge, needs to be tried for violating that woman's rights and sending her to jail without an impartial judge to determine if it was appropriate.
Absolutely. Because she wanted $500 to go to the club.
Yep.
Oh my God. So she can go to that little martini bar that she got arrested. It's probably a hangout spot. She's probably can't even go back there no more.
And there's really it's not shocking at all that once again we find this in Fulton County. The same with the Young Thug trial. The same with the Fannie Willis.
I got a strange feeling that it's gonna be more rotten apples fall out that damn tree.
Well, whenever they get that POS state attorney general out of office, that's the only time anything's going to happen. I mean, I do see some movement though, because the AG of Missouri is now suing Fulton County for election interference, which is new. I think it just happened in like the last day or two. And so, yeah, I want to see, what comes of that.
All right, let's keep it moving on this footage.
Panic button when a deputy was late escorting her to court, causing a temporary panic among security. And when
what did she do? Hold on, let's go back.
Okay.
All right.
Inside without deputies present. She once hit a panic button when a deputy was late escorting her to court, causing a temporary panic among security. And when county staff criticize her actions, it quickly triggers allegations of obstructionism or even racism.
Wow. Just because it's not because I did nothing wrong, it's because I'm black. That shit needs to stop. It just needs to stop.
These communications and actions reveal a judge who publicly vilifies colleagues, is quick to threaten them with unnecessary legal action, and generally projects a spiteful and vainglorious persona.
I'm the first.
Oh, they're saying she's just a plain old biatch, huh?
Yeah. Oh, and this is like one of my favorite parts right here.
Oh yeah.
African American female and Democrat. Yes. I was never celebrated or congratulated.
And I didn't get a party.
The first on my day of.
That's that surviving R. Kelly one tear. That one tear.
Oh.
That's that surviving R. Kelly tear. Like you only get one. Boop. That's it.
Yeah, they didn't give me a party.
Swearing in, I was sworn in by Judge Emerson. I received my first JQC complaint.
Peterson's main defense was her inexperience as a judge.
If you really, your feelings really hurt, you ain't gonna be dapping. Look at this little couple little daps under her eyes. Man, get out of here. What BS?
And I'm watching the face of this woman down in the right-hand corner, and she can't even believe it.
Oh no. Oh no. Wow.
Promise has been addressed through additional training, but the panel was not buying it. The report also cited multiple examples of failure to actually do her job, needlessly delaying petitions before her office. The hearing panel said Peterson was guilty of systemic incompetence. Judges are expected to act in a manner that promoted the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary. Respondent has shown that she cannot or will not do so. And so she must go.
Man, get her out the paint. Oh,
bye, Felicia.
Get her out the paint. Good Lord.
Peterson has 20 business days to file exceptions to this report with the Georgia Supreme Court. They're the ones who will ultimately decide whether to take the recommendation to have her removed from office. I talked to her attorney, Lester Tate. He told me they disagree with the recommendation and they will take it to, quote, the next level.
Hey guys, it's your girl Melly, and as a black woman, that's why they don't like me. That's why they goes after me. It ain't my fault. I was loose on the gray goose, and I didn't mean it. It's white people. It's the white man. He just racist and sexist and misogynist, and he loves Trump.
Oh my goodness, she's good.
Sorry. So guys, I had to bring you that because that's just a snippet at how corrupt and incompetent this judge is. This is an Atlanta Metro judge. She's out of Douglas County, Christina Peterson.
Douglas County.
I brought you a little bit snippet before where she arrested that woman for just.
It's right outside Fulton. Right outside.
But it's a different jurisdiction. So how is Fannie going to be able to help her?
Because she got arrested in Atlanta. Yeah. But her corruption runs deep. It's like it's all around the area. It's like, damn. Jesus.
Trying to change her the name on her marriage certificate because she never knew her father, so she added it to it. They had to pay $500, which went to this woman's pocketbook. So because she's a probate judge in Douglas County, she collects all fees from birth certificates, death certificates, marriage certificates. She pockets it as cash. One of the things she said in there, well, one of her excuses is that I'm a rookie judge. I don't know better, and I'm not sure. She is the highest paid judge in Georgia.
Because she took all the money.
All of it. And I don't know, like, what the rules are, because I saw another article where, all of the judges, I guess, in and around, the state or whatever, they take a certain percentage of, the document fees and that sort of deal.
Right.
But I don't know if they have like hard, fast rules on what you can and can't do.
She said, Trump said no tax on tips.
Sure did.
Oh, shit. So she like, no taxes on this. I'm taking that. I'm going to the club tonight. I'm buying a bottle for the table, wherever we at. I'm telling you, this runs deep, and you can kind of see the arrogance in her right there in her mug shot.
Yeah.
It's not as good. And she got on them blues. They took that outfit off and put in that bull crap. I know her life sucks for that one. You know, you're like, oh, God. Why me? Why not you, lady? Why not you?
Supreme Court judge. She's paid more than the governor of Georgia, even though she's this rookie judge. And the reason is because she gets to pocket any fees that come out of being a probate judge. So she makes more than anyone else. Douglas County has a weird law where she is able to take all that money. Even though all of her predecessors never did it, she has chosen to do it. And she jails people or fines them when something's out of line with them just trying to file basic paperwork so that she can pocket that cash. She needs some money for the club that weekend, which we know she likes to go to based on her new arrest. Then that's what she does. And there's so much more incompetence that I'm going to be bringing you guys. But I wanted to take you and show you.
You think with all that money she could afford an address to cover up that other titty?
In Atlanta, in a Buckhead nightclub for doing this. And on my next video that's going to be follow up right after.
She wasn't trying to cover up that titty.
Man, this sounds just like Fonny.
Yeah.
She was not trying to cover that up. Nope. Wasn't happening. She wasn't trying to cover it up.
Take accountability.
There is none.
Wow.
Sadly.
Good Lord.
Democrats always get away with it.
They have released the full body cam, and you are not going to want to miss that. So make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss out on any of my videos. Also, follow me below, particularly on Facebook.
I don't know. She ain't done yet.
Because I keep getting hacked and banned and all types of things. So I'm trying to rebuild.
I understand.
But facing a felony charge, 11 Elizabeth Beth Yates joining us outside the Red Martini Club in Buckhead, where Peterson was arrested early Thursday morning.
Yeah, and Bobeth, how is Peterson's attorney responding to these allegations?
Well, the attorney and Peterson
that ain't her hair.
Says they did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong. Now, it all went down right here in front of the club behind me on Peachtree Road Northeast. And the attorney says she was wrongfully arrested. And we spoke to a woman who says she was being attacked and that Peterson was the only one.
We saw that part already. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Hey, this lady is off the chain. Let's see what we got here. We got some footage. A little bit of footage.
There we go. Not that woman again.
Yeah, she is a big one.
My friend.
Still, it was Peterson who was arrested and charged with a felony. This is Peterson's mugshot after being accused of assaulting an Atlanta police officer. She is since bonded out of jail, and now her attorney, Fulton County Commissioner Marvin Arrington, says she was wrongfully arrested.
The fiance of the judge's friend and another person are all eyewitnesses that will confirm what both the young lady who was being assaulted said and what her friend said, is that the judge had nothing to do, and they let the young man who...
But if you put your hands on the cop, you got everything to do with it at that point.
Exactly, because you did it yourself. You put yourself there.
She's charged with resisting arrest and all that shit. Assault on a police officer. That's the reason why they came. She clocked the cop.
Yep.
That's the only reason why they even showed up at the damn shit. She could have got away if she had the clock to hit that cop. Good Lord, they are so full of shit.
Was assaulting the lady go.
And Arrington is calling for the charges to be dropped.
The judge did nothing more than try to help.
They are calling for the
and all that they're out there saying
it was
a man.
What the hell going on out there in Georgia, man?
Man. You got the lunatics running the asylum. That's what's going on.
Yep. And Fanny talking about the train coming. Well, your train stopped.
And the train is that thing is off the rails, man. It's in the dirt somewhere. It's not good. Not good at all, man.
Oh,
what you got there? Is that my cup of coffee right there?
Oh no, this is tea.
Oh, tea. Oh man. But now you put the coffee thing in my brain.
It's lemon ginger tea.
Yeah, man.
I won't hold that against you.
Oh, it's all good, man. I drink tea to keep myself warm.
Yeah, we probably gonna do the hour and a half thing. We got about a good 25 minutes tonight, and we gonna, but like I said, it's been, what I feel like with all of this stuff that's bubbling up to the surface. When Cat Williams did that damn interview with Shannon Sharp, and he said that in 2024 all things will be revealed, how prophetic!
Mm-hmm.
What a prophetic thing, because this is like everything is bubbling to the surface, and everything is being exposed for what it is. And the only way that you cannot see it is if you're blind, crippled, and or crazy.
Yep. And I remember just like it was yesterday, having conversations with, not just lefties, but even moderates. And I'm like, man, I know it's going to take some time, but you need to buckle up because it's going to come out. It's going to come out. And here we are.
Like I said, what I have issue with is the leaning and the pressure that the media is trying to put on Black people.
The thing that astonishes me most, and it are people like Joy Reid who go out there and just fly off the handle anytime they see white people at a Black church, the party of inclusion and acceptance and this and that and the other thing.
Because they don't believe it's an attack on the Christian base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another.
She talk about she a Christian herself, please.
Exactly. Oh, what a lie.
The only way she's a Christian is if it's a damn middle name.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Other than that, there's no God in that woman. That's
the point of that, though, is that they tell on themselves, and people still listen to them and swallow the garbage that they spew. It's incredible. You have no ability whatsoever for rational thought if you can look and listen to Joy Reid and go, "Oh yeah, that's right." Because
she took her Trump wig off.
I know. It's because she got lit up. And she's trying to tell everybody, "Oh, it's my summer haircut," with her hairline back down about her butt crack.
Mm-hmm. Probably had to put a rag on.
That's a male pattern baldness for you.
My goodness. Yeah, and and that's one of the things with her, that I've said over and over again, and that is that some jokes just tell themselves.
Hey, quick pause for the calls. Kilroy girl, you out here kicking ass today.
What's she doing? She's
a full billboard. Oh goodness gracious!
Hell yeah, dig it.
I definitely appreciate that, Kilroy girl. That's a good mod right there. That's a good mod. I had the pleasure of having a nice long conversation with her. I know I probably can't get on one of these lives. It's probably not gonna freaking happen.
And we had the opportunity to discover that Kilroy girl is just as bent and twisted as the rest of us.
Yeah. We all fucked up.
Well, I can't wait for this debate in 2 days.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not screwed up. I know exactly what the hell is going on. Like I said, this attack on Black is crazy to me. When it comes down, you want to Uncle Tom us. Diversity and inclusion is your thing, but you want to play this game. Where
that's another dichotomy to me. Is listening to folks call other people Uncle Tom while they're reading from a prepared script.
Right.
Who is the Uncle Tom?
Because I'm going to tell you, I will never, ever get on here and read you guys a prepared speech.
Exactly.
I would never do you a disservice like that. Donald Trump can't stay on the teleprompter. You can tell when he goes. You can tell when he goes teleprompter. You can tell, because he starts to shifting back and forth from the left to right, but he does it well. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I can understand every fucking thing he's saying, and he doesn't say pause or wait for applause or any other dumb shit that Joe Biden reads. No notes, check his ears.
POTUS is leaving the reservation.
Check his ears for an electronic hearing device. Check and see if it's a zipper on his fucking back. I need you to check everything. Because,
dude, if you check for a zipper on Joe Biden's back, his skin's gonna come off.
And then reptile gonna show.
Either that or that animatronic that we just saw from Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you see that, BZ? You weren't here.
What?
Dude, I gotta show you this, man.
All right, give me a second.
Show you this. All right. I'll get it queued up while you're Well, we ain't gonna wait for him though.
He took off.
Yeah, he did. The pizza guy must be at the door.
I mean, the door right behind him. Shit.
Yeah. All right, go on with your thing, man.
Yeah, so I just feel like we already know he's gonna be doped up. We knew that in the debate. I mean, we said it before that happened, and he came out fucked up. And like they probably juicing him up, trying to get him ready, slapping him around, giving him coffee. Wake up, Joe. Shit.
I think it's gonna be worse than coffee, man. And
I mean, as fragile as he looks, I'll be kind of surprised if he makes it all the way through the thing and is still upright. Because if they give him steroids and stuff, that stuff has a cost.
They're gonna make him stand for an hour and a half. That might be Joe Biden's last stand. Y'all keep playing.
Oh, you'll be sitting. That was one of the deals.
He's gonna sit?
Yeah. He's gonna sit.
No, he's not. No, they were talking about him standing recently. Just recently.
Wait.
Today. They got to get him some soft shoes
or something. His knees are gonna buckle. I don't know, or he's gonna freeze. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I mean, we could get a roulette wheel up here with all the things that could happen. With Joe Biden during that debate.
Yeah, like when he doesn't answer a question, he just goes, "You're a convicted felon."
Yeah.
Like, so what are you going to do about the economy? You're a convicted felon. What about the border? What about Stormy Daniels? What? I don't give a shit about that. And that's pretty much died off and went away. But of course, we got to worry about sentencing in like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Which you never know what those dumbasses are going to do.
Yeah.
You never know. It's just like with Judge Demon Mershon.
Mm-hmm.
You have no clue.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about
What's
that.
Up?
Yeah, there's no telling what this dude is going to do.
All right, what was it?
Yeah, let me show you this thing, man. This is crazy. All right, and so this is, I mean, it's a possibility that we could see something like this at the debate.
Oh man. This is magic.
On the 14th day of April, 1789, that you had selected me to lead our nation. But it was with the confidence of my fellow citizens that I took an oath. 35 simple words that have been repeated by every American president.
I'm going to move this along a little bit.
Junior, do solemnly
Oh.
swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
Even the animatronic lies.
To my ability, preserve, protect, and
Oh,
defend
Abraham Lincoln.
the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
Abraham should be over there shaking his head, doing a face palm. Isn't that creepy?
Yeah. Abraham would be like, "What a damn shame."
Yeah.
Like he ruined everything.
And I know
went out of his way to do it too.
And I've been hearing some shooters on Juneteenth. I'm like, why do we have this holiday?
Yeah.
And I just want for people to remember. I feel like Biden definitely sold his soul to the devil.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just believe it. And you can't tell me.
Everything he did was devilish throughout his career, political career. crime bill that he written and Bill Clinton signed.
And just imagine the dirt that some of these other countries have on Joe Biden, including the Chinese.
Especially Putin.
And that just leads me into, one of our favorite people. We're going to do a blast from the Sure Enough past. We've seen this before, but ain't nothing wrong with seeing the shit again. And we are going to let Puppygate tell us.
Okay. All right.
About old crooked ass Joe, man. Crooked ass Joe. And then once we get out of here, of course, I want to discuss for a few minutes, how we feel about, Mr. Kelly's new defense. And then we'll jump up out of here. We'll get up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do.
All right, Joe.
Should I've caused? What did I gain?
You gained power, Joe.
In the aftermath of 9/11, amidst the ruins of Ground Zero, Joe Biden stands, gazing at the devastation.
Whoa!
Biden shares his ultimate dream with the devil, little realizing the dark bargain that awaits.
Yes.
I've always dreamed of becoming the president one day, to wield that power.
A president, you say? That gives me an idea. Joe Biden, I can make you the president, but there's a price.
What do I have to do?
You must promise to ruin the United States once in office.
Temptation takes hold. Joe Biden stands at the precipice of an irrevocable choice.
Oh, and of course you must sell me your soul, Joe.
I accept your deal, devil. I will do whatever it takes.
You're a man of ambition, Joe. The presidency is yours, but you'll have to sow discord and chaos in this nation to fulfill your end of the bargain.
Oh, Dark One, you have my word. The power will be worth it.
Is passed, and Joe Biden becomes president. The consequences of his actions begin to take shape. The nation, once united, now stands divided. The nation descends into chaos. Riots, crumbling buildings, and citizens in distress. The very fabric of society unravels. The moment of reckoning has arrived. The consequences of Biden's ambition and the devil's deal come to fruition.
Mr. Biden, it's time to settle our debt.
Come on, man. I kept my end of the bargain, devil. But look at the destruction I've caused. What did I gain?
You gained power, Joe. But power always has a cost.
The moral of the story is clear. Beware the allure of power and the cost of sacrificing one's soul. In the pursuit of greatness, some may find themselves at the gates of hell, realizing too late the price they've paid.
Oh, man.
I told you. Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I brought up another tab and I got an echo of myself and it freaked me out for a minute. I was like, what's going on here? But anyway, I think the penance that Joe has to pay for making his deal with the devil to become president is that he's not going to remember any of it. So like, damn, I go through all of that and not going to remember any of it. Where'd you go, Derek? Did he fall off?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the main things, like I said, is this is like seriously.
So his son died.
This is seriously what it scares me. Because I feel like this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Not just him, though. I mean, when you start seeing, where was that? I think it was down in Arizona where they put some devil cow thing, erected it in a state building. When you start seeing stuff like that, then because it's passed out of control. Yeah,
it's a hell of a rabbit hole. But like I said, I believe in the, in the fact that people do worship the devil. Like seriously, like and
that's what I was talking about when I said some of the freaky stuff that they could be pumping him with. The implications are not good.
Yeah, they probably praying over him in devil tongues and shit.
I'm
just kidding.
They probably doing the child. Like when they
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, you don't know how depraved they are.
You remember when the guy jumped into the Chucky doll on Child's Play, that shit that he was saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be a good movie to watch. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, the original.
Yes.
I know the one from the 80s. I've seen those.
Yep.
My girl, her daughter loves Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky doll. Wow, like my name's Chucky. What up, Black? Yeah, man. So, we're gonna talk about it, but like I said, we got to do a feature, man, here pretty soon about what's really, really going on with him.
Niecy Mo better hurry up and get in here.
Yeah, Niecy.
Well,
Niecy running out of time.
Yeah.
Because Niecy would get in here, and then I said I was getting out here, and at the hour 30 mark, we'd be here till the 3 hour 15-minute mark. You know
what I think is going to happen?
What?
This is what I think is going to happen.
Show me.
I love Benny Johnson, man.
This is what I think is going to happen. This is what they're trying to do. Benny does a good job, man. Some of his memes are really good.
Yeah, I like the conference he did when he put a script when he was reading the scripture.
Gavin's not ready.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a shit show of epic proportions as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm glad I'm a Republican, because I believe in family values. And maybe
Gavin wanted to.
That doesn't make you a Republican. It makes you a conservative.
Yeah.
I would say I'm more conservative than Republican.
I would say the same thing.
Because
I'm as far as Democrat versus Republican, although I have always voted Republican because of the conservative values.
And I'll be honest, if anybody was getting this bullshit treatment, I don't like that. This shit ain't cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not cool. You got your crooked judge up here in New York, and then you get mad at the lady down in Florida because she's doing a job.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she needs to be looked into. No, Judge Merchan, he need to be looked all the way into.
Hell yeah, big time.
And Judge Areola.
Judge Ann Connolly. You need to go ahead and lean him back up, ask him a few more questions.
Yeah, bring her to the Washington Capitol. Shit.
But like I said, it needs to be a full review of these top state judges.
Mm-hmm.
These federal judges. Don't think you need really to have any party affiliation as a judge anymore. You don't need that.
Well, and in a lot of places, they're not, particularly in Judge Merchan's county and his state, they're not allowed to donate to a political party, and he's done it. And his daughter is mining money off of the trial that her daddy is supposedly running, and nothing has been done or said about that. And so
it's all illegal.
Yep. And so the Missouri AG's lawsuit against Fulton County for election interference, I hope, is just the first of many. And it's not just Missouri that needs to do it. Everybody else needs to be doing the same things.
Hey, you know, the school just recently, out of Louisiana, just passed a bill. They're going to start putting the 10 Commandments in their classroom.
Yeah, back in the classroom.
And you know, the woke, fake news, MSNBC and them.
They losing their minds.
Losing their minds. Yep.
And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. I'm like, hold up. So you can be represented in there,
right?
With your flags and your hour worth of trans stories.
Yep.
But somebody try to put something
that's not that.
That's not that. This, you know, because you know that anything that come from that Bible speak against you.
And they know that.
Yep.
They talking about they're a Christian, and you don't even read the word.
You know, specifically. It's a process. They are lit. I wouldn't be surprised if the Democrats stayed in for 4 years. By the time we get to 2028, they will have banned the Bible.
And that's why the GLPs are stepping their game up now.
That's what I believe. Like they will literally ban it. It'll be like, you know, Book of Eli type shit.
Yeah, if they get their way.
Yeah, we can't let that happen, man.
Yeah, that's another good movie.
And Newsom, man, he got to go.
Yeah,
because this man is terrible.
That's Auntie Pelosi's boy. Her little nephew.
That's why he's protected.
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
Yep. So she
with his rap.
And she may end up going her ass to jail.
I hope so, man. They need to get her before she gets out of office. They need to impeach her. She failed to protect the Capitol on January 6th. It was her responsibility. She refused 10,000 troops offered to her by Donald Trump on 3 occasions.
And admitted it.
Yep.
And she went on hurry up and jumped on BS NBC. I'm just saying what Chat with Linda B been saying. So yeah. Because man, this is crazy. You want to jump on MSNBC and you want to talk about America and all this, but woman, you've been exposed.
Yeah. She still spews her lies like people are believing her. She believes people are believing the crap that comes out of her face.
Man, we got
Joy Reid.
No, her too, but I was talking about Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, yeah.
The LC was coming to them. Okay, they too busy talking about protecting democracy. First of all, Democrats were never about women's rights. So why y'all care? They were never for women's rights. Really. They were never for black people, but they used black people as mascots and as pawns. Oh, makes me think about R. Kelly. He is being used as a mascot and as a pawn. Makes sense. Because R. Kelly is definitely being used as a pawn.
And robbed.
So the evil powers that be are also behind this, and Obama too.
Yep. I think after looking at everything, it has to do with specifically donors to the Democratic Party from Sony.
And Jay-Z a Democrat too. He don't give a shit about people. He don't even like Republicans because he's like, oh, I'm gonna lose money, man. Nigga, it ain't all about you. Shit. At least our candidate,
and it really surprises me with Sony, but they're so infiltrated by American corporations anymore that they end up playing by the same dirty rules. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and we all know the Democrats controls the music industry.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they essentially are the music industry with very few exceptions.
Mm-hmm. And they control the school system, the public schools. They control all these corporations.
And then as soon as they get control of it, what do? They just screw the pooch right in the face and blow their entire plan by themselves because they're morons. They've got everybody they need in the places that they need them to be, but they're all idiots.
Yeah,
Joe Biden, Gavin Newsom, this judge, Tiffany Haynyard, Letitia James, Bragg, they're morons.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I got a theory about some shit that happened around about 2019 on a cold night in Chicago when Jussie Smollett decided
that's sweet cake
that he was gonna pay to get his ass whooped.
Yep.
The reason why Obama and them and everybody was so adamant about getting this fucker out of jail is because it was a plan.
Mm-hmm.
What they were trying to do was get a story across that MAGA people beat up on a gay person. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Now, once they did that, then they were going to, just like the Asians, they were going to do some type of gay hate crime bill. I mean, I just believe this, and that's why Obama and them were so, because it was their thing. They did that. They were trying to set, and they were trying to vilify the "Make America Great Again" movement.
And that's why Jussie's so pissed off. It's not because he got caught; it's because he thought all these people had his back, and they can't do nothing.
He destroyed his own career.
Yep, screw him.
R. Kelly didn't really destroy his career. They destroyed his career for him. And he was just minding his own business.
Yeah. And so, it just goes to show you, that if you don't play ball like R. Kelly, you get screwed. If you do play ball like Jussie, you're still going to get screwed.
Right. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was just that he got caught in lies.
Well, he's an actor. All right. And, again, with few exceptions, I have the same kind of attitude towards actors as Howard Hughes. You're just an actor. Your job is to read somebody else's words from a page. Shut the hell up.
And make sure you memorize it.
Yeah.
Right, but that's what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
His career took an absolute nosedive. Like he was getting up there.
Mm-hmm. He did that to himself, though.
He was getting up there. And
he
would have been all type of fucking gay romance movies and shit that probably would have happened within the past 5-6 years with him in them.
Mm-hmm. He showed love being a sweet cake.
He can sing, so he would have had a hell of a music career.
Mm-hmm.
And all that.
And his sister's still thriving.
But thank goodness for those fuckers that kicked his ass. They thought we whooped his ass.
Mm-hmm. And his sister's still thriving.
Mm-hmm.
And he not. He destroyed his.
Yeah, they were ready to speak out on his behalf.
Mm-hmm.
And this was going to go right alongside the Me Too movement.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be marches.
Yep. The Me Too got exposed. The Black Lives Matter definitely got exposed. I'm so glad because I was like,
I can't believe that it's even still around.
Oh, they're not around. We don't hear about it anymore.
We don't hear about them no more, but they're still out there, and that woman still hasn't been charged.
Uh-huh. Got a $6.1 million mansion.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet once Trump is in office, they're gonna start bringing them out. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, and my hope is that it's not going to be Trump that has to do these things. My hope is that the attorney general that he hires is just going to be a straight up guy or girl, I don't care,
but just straight up and just follow the damn law.
Yeah.
Politics has gotten too emotional.
Yeah,
It's become a religion.
Yep, and they need to start charging these people from Black Lives Matter because this how they getting away with it, and then talking about the fact they committed fraud, they scammed American people, they took all their money, $90 million.
And I'll tell you what, I would seize every asset, every penny, nickel, and dime that belongs to George Soros, and I'd start building housing for the homeless. I'd seize every penny.
And Mute R. Kelly was paid in full by Soros too.
He needs to be charged.
Of course, he can't even go back to his country. Where is he at though?
I think he's kind of moving out of the picture now, and his son, which from what I understand is even worse than he is taking over the reins.
Oh hell! Now we're gonna have a bigger problem.
Yep.
So we need.
I mean, to me, it's nothing that a daisy cutter can't fix, but I'm kind of jaded in that respect.
Yeah, and Trump don't even like Soros.
Nope. He knows what he is.
Mm-hmm. And Soros is also behind the Mute R. Kelly movement too.
He funded that documentary.
Mm-hmm. And Jay-Z funded it, apparently, allegedly. But Soros, definitely pay those women, all of them. How you gonna be? My thing is, how the hell are you gonna be a victim and you walking on the red carpet and you got your titties done?
Yep.
Make it make sense.
No, man.
I cannot see how people don't see this.
No, I don't.
He got a war.
Yeah. Well, that's like Robert De Niro getting up there and talking about how he's grew up and is a product of the hood. That little short bastard, he would have gotten his ass kicked on every block.
Yeah, De Niro's son, man. I like Goodfellas, but I don't like him.
Yeah, I mean, some of his movies are great, but again, he's an actor.
Yeah, most of them actors in Hollywood are mostly liberals, but except for Stacey Dash, because Stacey Dash voted for Mitt Romney, and they blackballed her because of it.
Yeah, but who goes to that kind of a source for information about what it's like to be a regular American? You know what I mean? That is just like the worst place that you can go.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy because a few of these celebrities, like Ice Cube did an interview with Tucker Carlson. Everybody went ballistic over it.
I'm like, Tucker's been nailing it lately, man.
I'm like, come on, man. Tucker Carlson is not what people think. Seems like a cool, down-to-earth guy who just likes to interview people. And Ice Cube had no problems interviewing him.
And he says what he thinks.
And it's like, you got black celebrities like D.L. Hughley complaining about him. You just upset because you stuck in the club and Ice Cube is not.
Mm-hmm.
So Ice Cube refused to be a part of that. That's, I mean, I'm from, being from LA, being from California, Ice Cube, the home state hero. And he's done a lot too. So it's like, why is some of these black celebrities hating him? Oh, we all know why. They're liberals. They have to do what they're told to do. Mm-hmm. And plus, Ice Cube was supporting Trump too. They didn't like that as well. That's why they started going after him.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, his affiliation with Trump was, I'm sure, too close for many people's comfort.
What I don't like about liberals is this.
No common sense? No accountability? What?
Wait. I would just say their inability to understand that they feel like an enemy is you got to have it and it's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
If my view has to be so horrid to you that we can't talk and come to some type of resolution. You know, they were just, it wasn't that Ice Cube went and talked to Trump because he was a Trump supporter.
Right.
He was talking to somebody because they were listening.
Right.
Because
they accepted the meeting.
The Biden regime said that they will meet with him after the fact, after the election. That meeting has never
happened.
Of course.
It has never happened. And you get the left lunatics that are just so pissed off that even would talk to him. And that's the shit that bothers me. You know, even when we were dealing with the R. Kelly sector and people was talking to certain people trying to get the truth and all that shit, if you're going to do real reporting, you got to pay attention to both sides. You got to talk to both sides. That don't mean you friends. You got to listen to what the hell going on.
And respond in kind instead of trying to play, you know, whack-a-mole and gotcha.
The left lunatic only wants to hear their side. They don't want for you to go and try to get anything from somebody that they don't like. A conversation, a negotiation, a thought process, or anything outside 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Thought crime.
Yep. And the funny thing is, man, when R. Kelly's trial was going on, I noticed they did not put the defense side out. They only put the women's side out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. That shit was crazy.
This lets you know the liberal media, man, they're like, oh, well, we're sacrificing him, so we don't care about his side of the story.
Like I said, people don't realize, and this is all left-wing shit.
Mm-hmm. And they got a cross-eyed woman named Whitney Davis.
Now, what more left-wing slogan could you ever have than believe all women?
I knew it was bullshit.
What type of lunatic shit is that?
I know one. Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell does it even mean?
But think about it. But it's just as ridiculous as believe all women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, and they go with these because it's a phrase that they can cling on to. It's a great soundbite, but it doesn't mean anything.
Believe all women got E.G. and Carroll with a $40 million judgment.
Well, that was a crooked judge that did that.
Yep. And
but think about the mentality of the things that was stuck in people's heads.
Oh yeah. Well, again though, we saw that railroad, and that's where the big similarity is between that case and the R. Kelly case, because you just have this long litany of people that come in and talk BS about things that have nothing to do, and there's not evidence of the case.
Mm-hmm. Right. You know, R. Kelly been taking some wins lately with these lawsuits, man.
Well, what you got? What's the latest, man?
I don't know, but the latest ones I remember was the ones with Faith Rogers. That's the latest ones I've ever heard about. And she thought she was going to get that money. You didn't show up to court 4 times because you don't want to be humiliated and embarrassed by your lies. And plus, her mama said that she never got it from him. Lying ass heifer.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't about the contraction. See, they used the slick ass language of exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Exposure.
Yeah, because they know that. Because they know
you ain't got to give them to them, but just because you didn't tell them that you had it or whatever the hell, but she didn't tell them, so the both of them should be sitting in the fucking clinker.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't open up her mouth and say, "Hey, guess what?
I lied
last week and it's gone." But
Yeah, Trump gonna deal with them though.
Like I said, Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. That's a Captain Obvious.
Mm-hmm.
All lives matter.
Yep. And you know what?
But wait. But to believe all women.
That sounds like a Bill Burr kind of thing.
Dumbest shit I personally ever heard. Especially because I've known some lying ass women.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
I'm talking about lie. I mean, you can look on TV right now and look Joy Reid, lie, Whoopi Goldberg, lie, Joy Behar, lie, Rachel Maddow, liars. You can't believe shit to come out of somebody's mouth just because of a gender.
And then it's so funny. Rachel Maddow last week talking about, oh, Trump's gonna put me in a camp. I'm like, man, you better stop.
Yeah, I know. Don't give him any ideas.
I'm like,
it's like they want to go. It's like it's the craziest shit. This boogeyman in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh, he's and things that we've never heard him say in public.
Yeah, but I'm still waiting for her to tell me the downside.
Things that we've never seen in public. I promise you, never gonna see it. These people don't know. He don't give a shit about y'all. He trying to save the damn country. Screw you.
Yep.
You just spoke on the wheel, shorty.
I wonder when this. So go ahead.
You haven't done anything. She hasn't done a damn thing. I mean, so these reporters don't even realize what reporters are, because they're not journalists. I don't know what the hell these people are.
And then AOC talking about, oh, I'm gonna put her in jail. Man, you did this. She did do something wrong though. And then
but at the end of the day, he don't give a fuck about that lady. He trying to save this country.
Yep.
If he put the right people in place, trust and believe me, he ain't gonna have to do a damn thing. Am I lying, noobs?
No, man.
He put the right people in place. They're gonna be like, okay, well, we're gonna look into this. We're gonna look into that. And then show you how to do it by the book with evidence. Because there's evidence. Fannie Willis, you a crook, and there's evidence of your crookedness. And nobody's doing nothing to you.
She's doing this to herself.
I'm like, these people up here in these high positions think that it's cool to just, you go out and kick it in public and go out and do all of this, but your life is at stake. You threatening shit. If you threaten for your life, why the hell is you going and kicking it in all these different places?
And as you go into church and lying to the congregation.
Ain't nobody threatening you. You ain't scared. Well, maybe you are, because you done grabbed on the more than you can chew. You bit off more than you can chew with the Young Thug case.
And I wonder if R. Kelly's still on the Trump list of pardons.
Oh,
did he ever make the list?
I'm not sure, but hopefully he do.
I mean, if he's a knowledgeable guy and he can find out who Fannie Willis is screwing in the Young Thug case, I'm sure he knows what's going on with R. Kelly.
He probably knew what was going on because he was in the White House president around the time.
And not to mention, the same lawyer was going after him. The same attorney was going after him.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, fellas, it's been one.
Yeah.
We ran over 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We got everything out, I think, that we could get out, and we made every point that we could make.
And one more thing. I'm surprised these women never went to jail for extortion. That's crazy.
Well,
that may still come.
You know the game. You know how it goes.
Takes forever.
It's crazy. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and rotate tonight, so I can go and get up in the morning. It's been one. I appreciate all y'all for doing y'all thing, and we are up out of this thing. I'll see y'all later, man. Love you.
How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we say fuck this piece shit and grab them clappers? How long before we lose our voices shouting Black Lives Matter? How long we gon' keep letting them disrespect our president? How long we gon' keep letting them terrorize our residents? I'm sick of this shit. It's word to Bernie Mac. How long before we police ourselves, take our own streets back? How long for Uncle Tom here and hate on this shit? How long before they take a shot at me for making this shit? How long I gotta wait for justice for Josiah Shaw? How long we gotta fake it till we can take it and whack them all? How long we not gonna make these youngers pull their pants up? How long we gonna keep letting them shoot us down with our hands up? How long we gonna keep killing our own and making these streets hot? How long will what I say to you stay with you when the beat stop? How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.